Chelsea Gibson from Wildress Wellness, and I am here for your weekly free video series on YouTube and our social media. Try to say that a couple times. And this is your video on how to process anger. I've talked in other videos about how to process your emotions and that we don't want to do toxic positivity, which is to bulldoze over your emotions. Anger is one of the more seductive ones. It's definitely something our culture says we just need to not do. And within the spiritual and the coaching realm and the spiritual tools that I've been learning for 8 years, but that I've been practicing a lot of these tools since I was a child. And a lot of the time our ego, if you want to call it, will creep in, and this voice in your head will start to judge you every time that you have a genuine emotion that isn't conscious and calm and perfect. And this perfect version of spirituality and anger is one of them. And one of the worst ways that you can bulldoze, one of the best ways you can bulldoze, but it's not healthy, is to push positivity at yourself or suppress your anger and push it down. I'm not angry. No, I'm just going to deep breathe through this. Now, I'm always going to tell you guys to take deep breaths. This is not so that you suppress your anger. This is so that you can allow your physiological reaction to the anger to lower. Now, if you're angry at a person, a situation, and it's happening and it's triggering you and it's right there and then, first thing I want you to do is take a deep breath. I want you to reassure yourself that this feeling is valid, this feeling is normal, and it is okay. Take a deep breath, validate that the feeling is normal, it is authentic, it is okay. Anger has been used across the centuries in humanity for more productive reasons. Like you can use anger to feel passion for change on the planet. You can use anger to change a relationship. You can use that. Now, this is where it gets tricky. A lot of the time it has judgment attached to it that comes from our perspective that isn't necessarily fair to project at the other person. And where it gets really toxic if the anger is rooted in systemic racism or it's systemic sexism, etc. And that gets really toxic. That's for a different video. If you're with your partner, let's say, and they're doing something that makes you angry, they haven't done the dishes, right? Like these things that just will trigger you. It means that you see it, you hear it, the situation, and all of a sudden you're triggered. There's this emotional, you get this flood. Usually your heart starts racing. So that's what the breath is for, is to lower that heart rate. Validate yourself. If there's one way when you're angry to make yourself angrier or for somebody else to make you angrier, it's by not validating it. Because what'll happen is that your subconscious mind will increase the anger because it's trying to be seen and heard. So the more you feel invalidated, the more that this person invalidates you or you invalidate yourself, you're going to keep getting angrier. The more you don't feel heard, you're going to get angrier. The more that other people don't feel heard in this situation, you're going to get angrier. So first, you really want to validate yourself, that you're valid in those feelings, that the emotional attachment is valid. Now, I want you to ask yourself a very important question. What do I want to do with this anger? You want to ask it from a very conscious place. You want to give yourself time to think about it. So you might have to excuse yourself from the room if possible. You might want to reflect after the situation. You've already left the situation. And how do you want to use this anger? Now, this is where you get an email, you're angry at the person. How do you want to use this anger? Next question. What is it going to create if I blank? So what is it going to create if I write a nasty email back right away? What's that going to create? Now, if you get the sense that your anger might actually change things, okay, give it a shot. Then that's where you start to get really productive and creative, is you start asking yourself these questions. Okay, so you're angry. Hell yeah, you're angry. Now what do you want to do with this anger? Where do you want to flow it to? Where do you want to flow this energy to? It's got to get out of your body. You got to get it out. You could go do a workout. That's one. And then ask yourself, if I choose this, if I do this thing, if I respond in this way, what will it create? Will it make the situation worse or better? Will it actually change things? And especially when it comes to say Facebook, where you're commenting, is it gonna change things to comment underneath? If you think it will, you can, but then you can start to reflect on how you want to communicate this anger. And one of the greatest ways to communicate anger is actually through speaking with passion and precision. Precision is the thing. You're not just chaotically getting angry and it's just fireballs are going everywhere. You're actually speaking with precision. The first triggering of anger, you're not going to get precision with your anger. That's why you take those deep breaths and you ask yourself those questions. Then you get precise with your words. Don't just spew anger everywhere. Precision with your words. If it's a change at a restaurant you'd like to see, you're angry about your food, talk to the manager, talk with precision. This is what happened. This is what I asked for, I didn't get it. This is what I would like done. Precision. Because these people around you that you're angry at are also probably feeling triggered too. And the more angry you get in a fireball, chaotic way, you're going to trigger them more, and they're not going to be responding in productive ways because their nervous system is heightened too. And because that's what happens in really close relationships, is everybody gets heightened together and they're trying to be heard and communicate, and all they're getting is that heightened physiological experience, and they're actually not listening to each other. So try the tools out that we've gone through today. Let me know how you're doing. If you'd like to book a spiritual coaching session with me and we can work out some of these tools like anger and actually talk about your anger, unearth it so that it's actually processed and is out of your body so that you can actually be stress-free, go to wildrosewellness.net and you can see all the types of services I offer. And let's just live on a planet where you're actually able to be an emotional human being, but use it in a productive way that's healthy for you and those around you. I love and adore you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.